Sometimes, in sports, a single moment can stop time. For the Indiana Fever and a global audience, that moment arrived on a crisp January evening. This was Lexi Hull's night, a performance so electric it echoed far beyond Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Suddenly, Lexi Hull was a global headline, not just a local hero. In an era where women's basketball is claiming its place, this was a testament to the league's talent. For the Fever, it was more than a win. It was a shift in the franchise's future. What do you do when a player explodes with superstar potential? You rethink everything. Let's break down how we got here and what it means for the Fever and the league. To understand Lexi Hull's rise, you have to know her journey. It began in Spokane, Washington, where she and her twin sister Lacey became high school legends. At Stanford, Lexi was the heartbeat of a championship team, diving for loose balls, making winning plays. The Indiana Fever drafted her 6th overall in 2022, betting on her grit and intelligence. Early on, she was a dependable role player, defense, hustle, energy off the bench. She was the glue, not the go-to scorer. With stars like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, Lexi was seen as a key piece, but not the centerpiece. Few predicted the offensive explosion that was coming. Her steady growth set the stage for a moment when preparation met opportunity, and that moment arrived in spectacular fashion. January 6th, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The air was electric, anticipation buzzing through the crowd as fans poured into the arena, bundled against the winter chill but warmed by excitement. This wasn't just another game night, it felt like something special was about to unfold. The Indiana Fever were set to face the veteran Seattle Storm, a team known for their experience and grit. The Storm had a reputation for shutting down rising stars, but tonight, the Fever were ready for the challenge. From the opening tip, Lexi Hull played with a new edge, aggressive, confident, unstoppable. She attacked every possession, her energy contagious, setting the tone for her teammates and igniting the crowd. Lexi hit early threes, moved with purpose, and by halftime, she had already surpassed her season average. Every shot seemed to fall, and her teammates fed off her intensity, pushing the pace and keeping the Storm on their heels. The third quarter was legendary. Boston and Clark, usually the offensive engines, were bottled up by Seattle's defense. But Lexi erupted for 18 points in the period, taking over the game with a dazzling display of skill and determination. Deep threes from well beyond the arc, tough pull-up jumpers, fearless drives to the rim, Seattle had no answer. Lexi's confidence grew with every basket, and the Storm's defense looked helpless against her relentless attack. The crowd sensed history in the making. Chants of "Lexi, Lexi" echoed through the fieldhouse, each basket sending a new wave of excitement through the stands. Fans were on their feet, phones out, capturing every moment. When the final buzzer sounded, the Fever had secured a hard-fought win, but the real story was Lexi's franchise record 42 points. Teammates mobbed her in celebration, and the arena erupted in applause for her unforgettable performance. In the post-game interview, Lexi smiled and said, "The rim felt as big as the ocean tonight. My teammates kept finding me." She credited her team for their support, deflecting praise with grace and humility. Her humility matched her dominance. Even after such a historic night, Lexi remained grounded, shaking hands with opponents and thanking the fans for their support. This was more than a great game. It was an iconic moment in Fever history. Lexi's performance would be replayed for years, inspiring young athletes and reminding everyone of what's possible when preparation meets opportunity. That night redefined what was possible for Lexi Hull. The league took notice, fans across the country started learning her name, and a new star was born before their eyes. The future of the Fever, and perhaps the WNBA, looked brighter than ever. The box score told the story. 42 points, a new Fever record. But it was the efficiency, 15 for 21 shooting, 8 of 11 from 3, that stunned everyone. Lexi hit contested threes, pulled up in transition, and stretched Seattle's defense to the breaking point. She added 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and, remarkably, 0 turnovers. On a night with the ball in her hands, she played flawless, smart basketball. Before this, her career high was 21 points. She doubled it in one night. This wasn't a gradual step, it was a leap. The league had to reevaluate her ceiling. For a player known for defense, it was one of the most surprising offensive outbursts in recent memory. The most powerful reactions came from those who know Lexi best, her coaches and teammates. These are the people who have witnessed her journey up close, who have seen the sweat, the setbacks, and the relentless drive that brought her to this moment. Their pride was unmistakable, their support unwavering. Coach Christy Sides said, "I'm not surprised. She puts in the work every day. Tonight, the world saw it." For Coach Sides, Lexi's performance was the result of countless hours in the gym, a testament to her dedication and focus. She spoke with genuine admiration, knowing how much Lexi had sacrificed to reach this level. Aaliyah Boston beamed. At a certain point, the plan was just get the ball to Lexi. Her confidence lifted us all. Boston's words reflected the trust the team had in Lexi, and how her energy became contagious, inspiring everyone on the court to play their best. Caitlin Clark, usually the star, told Lexi during a timeout, "Don't stop, you're not missing tonight." In that moment, the roles reversed. Clark, often the go-to scorer, became Lexi's biggest cheerleader, urging her to keep shooting and keep believing. Later, Clark posted, "Legendary, that's my teammate." The message quickly went viral, with fans and analysts echoing her praise. Social media lit up with highlights and heartfelt messages, celebrating Lexi's breakout night. The locker room celebrated, not with jealousy, but with pride. Laughter and cheers filled the air as teammates embraced Lexi, recognizing that her success was a win for everyone. The atmosphere was electric, a true reflection of their unity. They'd seen the grind, the extra hours, the commitment. Long after practice ended, Lexi was still on the court, perfecting her shot, pushing herself to improve. Her work ethic set a standard for the entire team. For them, this was a breakthrough, not a fluke. They knew this moment was earned, the result of persistence and belief. It was a turning point, a sign of even greater things to come. The belief was always there. Now the world saw it too. Commentators marveled at her poise, fans erupted in applause, and suddenly, Lexi's name was on everyone's lips. Lexi Hull had become a core part of the Fever's winning formula. Her performance wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement, showing she belonged among the league's best. The team's chemistry and respect were on full display. In every smile, every embrace, you could see the foundation of trust and camaraderie that made this team special, and Lexi's rise was now a celebrated chapter in their story. One game can change everything, not just for a player, but for a team's entire strategy. The Fever's offense had revolved around Boston and Clark. Now, Lexi Hull is a third weapon. Coach Sides must rethink rotations and play calls. Opponents can't just focus on two stars, they have to guard all three. This makes the Fever far harder to defend and raises their ceiling. The narrative shifts. The Fever are no longer a two-star team, but a true contender with a dynamic core. The front office's only question now, how central will Lexi be to their future? Her breakout didn't just win a game. It may have secured her place as a franchise cornerstone. Analysts across the league took notice. The buzz was immediate, with experts and insiders all weighing in on what they'd just witnessed. It wasn't just another good game. It was a performance that demanded attention, sparking debates and excitement on every major sports network. Rebecca Lobo, a respected voice in the basketball world, said, "We always knew about Lexi's defense and IQ. Her ability to read the floor and anticipate plays has always set her apart. But scoring at all three levels with this efficiency? That's a game changer." Lobo emphasized how rare it is to see a player evolve so quickly, adding new dimensions to their game and forcing opponents to rethink their strategies. Now, defensive coordinators have to plan for a third star. It's no longer enough to focus on the established threats. Lexi's emergence means every game plan needs a major adjustment. "This is how dynasties are built," Lobo added, her words echoing through the studio. Teams that can rely on multiple stars, especially one who can step up in big moments, are the ones that make history. Not with two stars, but with a third who can take over. The chemistry and trust among the team's core players is now undeniable, and it's clear they're building something special. Veteran reporter Holly Rowe wrote, "This isn't overnight success. What we're seeing is the result of years of dedication, setbacks, and growth." Lexi accepted her role, worked relentlessly, and seized her moment. Countless hours in the gym, studying film, and pushing herself beyond her limits have all led to this breakthrough. The consensus among analysts is clear. This was no fluke, no lucky streak or flash in the pan. Instead, it's the result of talent, work, and opportunity coming together at the perfect time. Coaches, teammates, and fans alike are witnessing the rise of a true star. It's a pivotal moment for Lexi and the WNBA. Her performance is inspiring a new generation of players and raising the bar for what's possible in the league. The Fever are now in the league's elite conversation. Their confidence is growing, and so is the belief that they can compete with anyone. The future in Indiana is bright, and Lexi Hull is a massive reason why. Her leadership and drive are setting the tone for the entire organization. The league just got a lot more interesting. With new stars emerging and teams rising, fans can expect even more thrilling moments ahead. A performance like this changes everything, on and off the court. Lexi Hull is now a face of the franchise, alongside Boston and Clark. Her story, hard work, perseverance, and team-first attitude makes her relatable and marketable. Expect to see her on billboards, in community events, and as a centerpiece of Fever campaigns. For the WNBA, her rise is a showcase of the league's depth and unpredictability. Any player, any night, can become a star. For Lexi, new opportunities await, endorsements, media attention, and a bigger platform. She's not just a key player, she's an inspiration and a new voice for women's sports. What's the real takeaway? Sports are about more than wins and losses. They're about stories of belief and greatness. Lexi Hull's 42-point masterpiece was a narrative come to life, a reminder that potential is always evolving. Performances like this fuel the growth of women's sports and inspire fans everywhere. The Fever's future is now brighter than ever. The journey is just beginning. Be a part of it. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. What did Lexi Hull's performance mean to you? This is more than a game. It's a celebration of what's possible.